Welcome back, Hustle Tribe! Yay! So we're going into 2022 is coming up, but before we do that, and we talk about the new year and all the new plans, I first want to tell you guys thank you so much for rocking with us. We appreciate the channel has grown tremendously. We want to do something. I know Christmas is already passed, but we still want to do something, a giveaway for Christmas. So I'm going to pick 5 lucky winners, and you're going to get an Amazon gift card. All you have to do is very simple. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you like this video, and then DM me the word Hustle Tribe.
Hustle Tribe.
Hustle Tribe.
Hustle Tribe.
3 things. Like this video, follow me on Instagram, and DM me the word Hustle Tribe. I'm picking the first 5 winners. So after that, it's too late. I'm cutting it off, and you are going to win a $10 Amazon gift card. Just saying thank you. We appreciate all that you do. All right. So we have another YouTube question. As you know, we answer our questions off of YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to us, make sure you subscribe. Giselle, take it away.
All right. So this question is from Helder C. Helder says, "Hi, I'm making a switch in my career and I have been educating myself on mortgage loan processing. I have been interviewing for banks and brokers, but one question I always seem to not get right is, describe processing an application from how you receive it to underwriting. Is there a course or seminar you'd recommend, or can you help me with that question?"
Okay. So, first of all, yes, I'm going to help you. That's why we're doing a video. That's it. Giselle, please interject if you think I'm missing something, forgetting something.
Gotcha.
They like the back and forth. All right? So, first of all, congratulations. You started a new career.
Yeah.
It's going to be scary. It's going to be nerve-wracking.
It's a big step.
But if you're following this channel, you're on the right step right there. So, pat yourself on the back. So I would throw something in like, hey, most of my applications either come from referrals or social media because I have a great net worth of individuals that give me deals and give me clients due to the fact that I'm always out there. Whatever you do, if you're always out there networking through your camera, through playing basketball, you want them to say that, hey, he's already generating his own deal, because they're thinking that you're going to start the question from, hey, I got the lead from you guys or something like that. So you already tell them previously that, before they get started with the question, that you already have your own network. You have your own way of gathering your leads. So they're going to like that. That's bonus questions. Okay. And then I would say something like, yeah, so this client most likely came from one of my referrals, and I'm going to speak with them and explain to them the process. The first thing I normally do is I do a soft introduction where I do not sell them anything. I try to make it a Zoom call so they can see me, see the office, and we just talk about the process of the loan. After that, I usually send them my intro video, which explains who I am and gives them more information about me, because during the call, I'm just finding out about them. I give them a little bit about me, but not much, because at the end of the day, you're qualifying them before they even realize, you know? And I like saying, you know, or do you understand? So who's ever interviewing me, they give me a back and forth, and you can judge their vibrations or how their mood is going.
And their quality as a client.
Exactly.
Because you don't want every client.
Exactly. And that's what you want to tell them. You want to make sure that, hey, we're at the same time they're interviewing us, we're interviewing them, because we want to make sure they're a good fit for the bank and our company. Because as Giselle said, not every client is a good client for us. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be like, oh, wow, he's actually a little knowledgeable. So then after that interview, right, after that phone, Zoom, whatever, if the client feels comfortable, they'll move into the second part of the funnel, which is now I'm asking them for documentation. And one thing I like to do is say, hey, we're very busy, especially at this time and point, because 9 times out of 10 you are busy, especially during holidays. Like me, myself, I'm very busy. So you want to tell them like, hey, I'm very busy, but if you're able to get me the information that I need within the next 48 hours, I'll be able to do a turnaround pre-approval for you in about 24 hours. And clients like that, because most loan officers take about 3, sometimes 4 or 5 days to get one pre-approval to them. So if you're saying that, hey, I'm very busy, and despite me being busy, I'll give you a 24-hour turnaround time to get you a pre-approval, so you have the ability to start looking for a house right now. They're like, wow. And you're telling the bank that you already know certain things, because you're like, hey, not only is he doing a quick turnaround time, that means this guy is already interviewing them, he's already processing them, he's getting the documents that we need up front, so we're able to do a faster pre-approval turnaround time. So the bank is going to be looking like, wow, do you have prior knowledge? Have you done this before? Like, they're going to start, the wheels are turning in the person interviewing you. So after you do that, Then you're going to say, and I take my clients a step further. I don't just give them the pre-approval and say, have a good day. No, I introduce them to my referral partners. And these are the people who have helped me grow my business. See that? My referral partners, and these are people who help me grow my business.
I think that would work more for a broker firm rather than a bank. So keep that in mind, because banks don't usually like you having too many of your own relationships, I think, when it comes to things like that.
Well, I see, that's where we disagree. I think they do. I think they're happy because it shows that you're efficient. You're not only relying on them, you're more valued to them because you can bring in your own deals. So you don't just need the bank's deals. And this is your way of telling them, but I do understand what you're saying at the same time.
Usually banks have their own relationships.
They have a lot of their own relationships. Yeah. So give or take, you might not want to stress that you have referral partners too much, or you might see like, it all depends on
fill out your interviewer.
Exactly. If they're glowing when you're talking about referral partners and social media, then you know you want to push it. If they're like a little uptight about it, then you know, wheel it back a little bit. Then you're going to go further and say, yeah, once that happens, then I tell my clients that feel free to message me, call me. If you see a property that you like and the numbers might not work for you, say that pre-approval, I give them a 600 and the house is 610 or 605. We can see what we can do. I always say that, like, we can see what we can do because there's ways around it. Yes, take another look. And then you also let them know that, hey, feel free to send me properties that you just want me to get the calculations for, because sometimes they want to know their mortgage payment. So you want to keep that line of communication open, because at the end of the day, they're with you until they close. So you don't want them to feel left out. Oh, you just gave them pre-approval and that's the end of it. Then after that process, then the next time you really actually, take the next part of the loan process is when they get an accepted offer. So then you're going to have to do numbers again, because you want to make sure everything lines up. You're going to want to ask for documentation, updated pay stubs, stuff like that, the regular documentation that they need to provide you to get a loan. So after that, that's when you step back in. You're going to be talking to them a lot more constant now, because now you're going into contract with them and you want to make sure that the loan finishes. So then you put it into submission. You're going to introduce them to your processor. With a bank, you might have multiple processors. With a broker firm, it's usually one or two processors that you work with. So that all depends on if you're interviewing for a broker or a bank, but wherever it is, you want to introduce them to your processor so that they know that this is part of your team, because you want them to feel comfortable. You don't want them to feel obsolete or ostracized, if that makes sense. Then from there, you're going to explain to them the loan process, which pretty much is submitting it, the appraisal, getting the LE, getting all the stuff that pertain to the loan. But you don't need to go into that. You might want to touch on it a little bit, because the interviewer already knows the process. And if you're interviewing for this process, I'm guessing you already know the process of getting a loan, but you just touch on them. Don't go too in depth, because each bank might have they might be a little different. They might do things a little differently. So don't touch into it in depth, but go through it. Does that make sense, Sean? Mm-hmm. And then lastly, you're going to talk about going through closing, getting the documents, and how, I missed one step. You also can talk about how you can refer them to an attorney. But as Michelle said, some banks might not like that. They might want the clients to find their own, because they don't want to look like you're pushing them to anything.
Exactly.
And throughout the whole loan process, no matter if you're a bank, broker, you never push your clients to go to a certain person or use a bank, anything like that. At the end of the day, it's their decision.
You can give them a choice or a recommendation.
Exactly.
But they don't have to go with anyone.
And maybe, I don't know if that's what you're doing in your interview, but you don't want the bank to feel like, oh wow, he's just telling them that they have to take this person, because that's a red flag. First of all, the mortgage financial services, they don't like that either. That's a red flag. It's against all our regulations. So make sure that,
I said, yeah.
Make sure you never do that. But that's the overview. But you want to highlight certain things. Like I said, you want to highlight that you can generate your own leads. You want to highlight that you walk your clients through everything. You want to highlight that you go a step above what everyone else is going to do. Because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, everyone else take 3-4 days to get them back. Once they send you a pre-approval, that's it. They don't call the clients to check in on them. You want to make sure you let them know that, hey, I do weekly check-ins. Every Tuesday, I call all the clients that I have who I've given pre-approvals to, just to see where they're at. Is there anything they need from me? Because at the end of the day, if you don't do that constant communication, you become a thought, and thoughts become forgotten if they're not written down.
100%.
Boom. Any other questions that you want to add?
He just said, P.S. I came across your videos from YouTube. That's how I found you.
I'm telling you, thank you so much, my YouTube family. We're growing Hustle Tribe. We're doing the, I'm not going to say it's a Christmas giveaway because Christmas is over, but we're doing a giveaway for the holidays, for appreciation, just to say thank you. So please make sure you like this video, you DM me, Hustle Tribe, and number 3, you follow me on Instagram, The Real Mr. Marcelle. Over
and out.